Hi guys, welcome back to another video and to the Jason Isbell Fender Telecaster. This guitar is the 60th guitar that's been on this channel in the year or so that I've been going, and we've looked at everything across so many different price points, and this is number 60. So this guitar has come in for a bit of a setup and some modifications as well, so I won't go into any spec or anything just yet. I just will show you a close-up of how it is as standard. And I'll tell you all about it once we've done the work, which for you will be in approximately 30 seconds or so. So that's the front just there. Quick look at the back while we're here. Really cool burst on it, to be fair, and you got this signature back plate there as well. So that's all I'm going to say for now, and I'm going to get to work on this guitar, and I will join you again in just a minute and we'll go over the whole thing. So here we go then. It's a couple of hours later in the day for me, so I'll just talk you through what's been done. You'll notice the mint green scratch card immediately, I'm sure. But so we have gone for this full-size ashtray bridge rather than the standard sort of trimmed down one, if you like. And then also, I'm not sure if you can see these saddles, but we've gone for the Callahan brass compensated saddles. And underneath these, which I've never seen before, it's got the EA, DGB and E stamps on them, which I thought was a really nice touch. Like I said, I put a picture up just there of that. And then the bulk of the work really was in the frets and hydrating the fretboard. And I have to say the frets out of the box were really, really nice. And just taking it that bit further, it's probably one of the nicest fret jobs I've ever come across on any guitar. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then hydrated the rosewood fingerboard as well, using the crimson restorative. And the eagle-eyed amongst you, I've given you a chance to notice, the switch tip has got a black top hat instead of the rather random white one that it comes with standard. So subtle mods, but really, really nice. And I do think that overall it's a definite improvement. On the scratch card, I've gone for the 5-screw one. So if anyone wondered, the 5 and 8 screws, the remaining 5 screws are in the exact same place. If this was a single ply guard, with the 5 screw you tend to get a lot of lift here, but with a 3 ply, I mean not even half a mil movement. We can always add the screw if we wish, but it looks pretty good, and I like the sort of clean look of the 5 screw. So the guitar as standard then, you get it's a 2-piece alder body, and the join, if I can get that to show up, is slightly off centre, but nonetheless lovely bit of wood, 2-piece alder. You can see all the grain on this nitrocellulose sunburst finish. The sunburst is kind of light, a bit lighter than you'd expect, but I actually think it looks really cool, and we all know that I'm a sucker for a double band Tele, to be fair. And like I said before, rosewood fingerboard. It's a 7.25 inch radius fingerboard, but the truss rod adjustment is still at the top. And I always used to like the fact that the truss rod was down here, but the more I've kind of got into setting up guitars and stuff, the more I appreciate being able to get to it a lot easier. It's a synthetic bone nut on this one, but it is cut really nice and low. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. And the normal reissue machine heads that you tend to get with the Fender Mexico guitars, and the US ones as well, really. But there we go. So like I said before, this is the 60th guitar now that I've played on the channel, and the more I've played nitrocellulose guitars, the more I've come to realise that a poly guitar does seem to lose maybe 5% of its overall resonance and airiness, because this guitar, it just wants to make noise. It's so sort of, it resonates and it breathes, and it's just lovely, even through the camera mic unplugged. I don't know if it will come across, but it really, honestly, it's so alive the way it sounds. And I've just, when you have a nice guitar to start with and you just spend time fettling it, it's always amazing just how good, the result you can get. And I'm really, really happy with the way this has turned out. Now this guitar really is universally liked online, but I do see, I've watched other videos of it, and I do see people sort of complaining that it's a very expensive guitar from Mexico. But honestly, you know, I've never bashed the Fender Mexico guitars at all. I think that they're really good guitars. And you got to think as well, the Mexico factory is only like 120 miles away from the Corona factory. So, you know, there's very little, I think, to worry about in that regard, kind of thing. And certainly when they come out with guitars like this, just now and again, you know, you've got your rosewood back, you've got your nitro back. If it's not overpriced, it's worth every penny. If you're after a late 50s kind of Telecaster that looks like this, and you can find one, you know, I think you'll be very, very happy with it. I suppose the only last two things to say before we get onto the sounds is, one, this guitar weighs absolutely nothing. It's just a shade over £7. So I think it's the lightest Tele I've ever played, I think. It just, you know, that helps, I suppose, with its resonance and stuff as well. And the other thing to say, and I always talk about it, is the neck carve. It's described as a mid-60s C, much like the white 60s Mexico guitar that you saw before. But it is actually slightly thicker than that, and all the better for it. It's not like a Baja or, you know, a 50s, you know, big neck. It's somewhere in between, and it's lovely. Oh, and one other thing before we get onto the sounds. The fingerboards on these guitars, they're all rolled, but it's not like, I'll try and get the camera in if I can. What's going to be a good angle to show the edges. I'm not sure if you can just notice the edges of the frets as I move that around. Each and every one is rolled, but it's sort of ever so slightly different on each fret, and it feels amazing. Your finger never falls off the board, but it just feels, you know, adds to that road-worn vibe. So, you know, I think this guitar really genuinely, especially after having a bit of setting up and, you know, nice mods like the saddles, it lives up to its hype, and I think it's a great buy, and I know that the guy who bought it in for the work is going to really enjoy this guitar. So we'll finally get onto the sounds. We'll go through you know, all the pickups, do the usual sort of stuff. They're just classed as Jason Isbell voiced pickups. I'm not sure what exactly they're based on, but like I say, you can let me know what you think of the sound of those. And that's it. So thanks for watching. I know it's been a lot to talk about on this guitar, but like I said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again on the next video.